My name's Murray, currently run my own renovation and painting business and have 2 adult kids. When I was 15, growing up in Wollongong, I actually grew up in the church. And I was in the foyer of my church one day and I noticed this girl that I'd never seen before. Turns out she was a cheerleader for the Illawarra Hawks and I was just this young guy, so insecure, didn't know anything about myself, but I thought, I've got to get to know this girl. But by the time I hit the age of 17, I had the courage to ask her out on a date and she said yes. Her name was Adele and we were like a match made in heaven. We fell in love, had 2 kids together. Our lives took a turn for the worst when she turned about the age of 37. She was actually competing in the Canberra marathon and something ruptured within her and she got rushed to hospital. After she got rushed to hospital, the doctors discovered that she had a cyst on her ovary. They removed it, did some surgery, and we found we had another race that we had to run, and that was the race of cancer. Cancer kind of hit me for 6. I didn't think about it before this. I heard stories about people getting diagnosed with cancer, but I never once ever thought it would happen to anyone connected to me, let alone the person that I was supposed to spend the rest of my life with. I remember getting the phone call from the doctor after the initial diagnosis, and they were using terms that I'd ever heard before. They talked about doing surgery, and through a space of about 3.5 years, Adele had 5 major surgeries, including a stoma bag. Her whole body changed, 18 rounds of chemotherapy and radiation. We had to walk that journey as a family. But after a 3.5-year journey, sadly, my wife passed away from this rare ovarian cancer. And I never ever forget the hardest time of my life, the hardest thing that I ever had to do was to drive to school and pick my kids up one at a time. My daughter at the time was 12, my son was 15. I picked my daughter up first and I just remember telling her that her mum just passed away. And I will never ever forget that moment my entire life. My son was a similar story, as I shared with him in his car, that his mother had passed away. About 3 years ago, I hit the wall and I thought I was in a good place. I thought I grieved well. One night, after I went to a wedding, I came home, I had some sleeping tablets on the table and I had 2 bottles of wine, and my kids were in the other room and all I could think about was taking my life. In fact, I drank 1 whole bottle of wine. I was about to go for the second and pick up the sleeping tablets and I passed out. I woke up in the morning not even knowing if I took those tablets, and I was an absolute mess. I went to work, pretended like nothing happened, but I couldn't help it, and I got on the phone and I called my dad that lives in Batemans Bay. He dropped everything. He met me in Braidwood halfway and literally I just sobbed like a baby. Everything came out. I was just a broken man for some time. And during that time, someone very close and dear to me encouraged me, said you should get involved with R4R. I always walk around Lake Burley Griff and I always saw these people running. I didn't know who they were, what they were about, but they always looked happy. So one Wednesday night I turned up and it was a crowd of hundreds of people. I just remember that Wednesday night not wanting to be there, but knowing that I had to be. I think for me, what makes me turn up to running for resilience every week is the consistency. It's the thing that got me out of bed in the morning. It's the thing that got me through the day that I'd turn up on a Wednesday night. But as that began to happen, I began to build relationships. I began to get involved in the community, the wonderful community of R4R. I don't even feel sometimes I'm part of a run group. I just feel I'm a part of a wonderful community of people that value others and always look outside their little boxes, their worlds, and see who else is around them. I want to thank Run for Resilience for embracing me, someone who wasn't a runner, but somehow I just feel connected to this incredible community. I want to thank you, Run for Resilience, for helping bring stability back to my mind, to my mental health, and helping create a community where I can flourish. And I'm forever grateful for Running for Resilience and the impact it's had in my life and others.